lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Wọ́n tẹ̀ ti pa wá, wọ́n ti pa wá, wọ́n ti pa wá dáadáa. Àwa ni ká gbára wálẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. I welcome us again. Abuja mo tún fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí again. Èmi ò sọ nípa orílẹ̀-èdè mi. Ẹ má bínú, I still have to set all the platforms before we go into the broadcast. Ẹ kàn máa settle down sínú ètò yẹn kẹ́ máa gbádùn orin yẹn lọ́nà. Tá máa fi wọnú àgbámi ètò. Ìmọ̀ fẹ́ o, torí èmi ni Yorùbá. Ó kù díẹ̀. Ìmọ̀ fáráyé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ ẹyọ kan sí. Mo kọ́kọ́ júbà gbogbo àgbáyé pátápátá níbi tí ẹ tuntun láǹfààní àti fi gbọ́ wa lálẹ́ yìí. Mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà, mo júbà Elédùmarè, ọba ọ̀gá ògo tó ń gbẹnu wa sọ̀rọ̀. Èmi ò kì í ṣe àfáà, mo dẹ̀ kì í ṣe wòlíì, mo ń ṣe babaláwo. Àmọ́ èyí tí mo rí ni pé gbogbo wa láti gbìyànjú pé a fẹ́ ṣe Nàìjíríà nígbà kan rí. Àmọ́ Nàìjíríà ò fẹ́ ṣe wá. Kàkà kí Nàìjíríà ṣe wá, àkóbá àdábá a máa ń gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ pé Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ a rí àkóbá àdábá. A ti wá mọbi tí àkóbá àti àdábá wà báyìí. Tá a bá dẹ̀ tètè máa pariwo àkóbá àdábá, ó possible pé a mọ ohun tá a fẹ́, a dẹ̀ mọ ohun tí ó ń ṣe wá. Àmọ́ nísìnyí a ti mọ ohun tó ń ṣe wá tí a dẹ̀ mọ ohun tá a fẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lé àkóbá àti àdábá lọ. Ká wá máa bára wa tẹ̀ sọ pé èyí tó kù a lè deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ fúnra wa. Àmọ́ tí a bá tètè lé àkóbá àdábá lọ, àwọn tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn wá máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa pé nígbà tí gbogbo yín rí àkóbá àdábá, kí ló dé tí ẹ ṣe nǹkan kan lé lórí? Àti pé ìgbìyànjú wo gan lẹ ṣe lórí àkóbá àti àdábá? Àkóbá àdábá ó ti wọlé, ó ti wá bá wa níbi tí a pè ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọ́n sì ń sọ fún wa pé in tó wà nílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ kò kí ń ṣe àkóbá àdábá. So ká má ṣe wàhálà tó pọ̀ jù. Ká kàn máa fi àdúrà tí pé k'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí àṣeyọrí wà nínú Nàìjíríà. Èmi á máa béèrè pé àṣeyọrí èwo níbẹ̀? Ṣé àṣeyọrí èyí tí èèyàn ń ṣe fún rẹ̀ táwọn máa pè ní èyí tí a mọ̀? Torí pé tó bá jẹ́ pé a gbọ́ rárá pé à ń sọ nípa Yorùbá nation àbí pé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, a lè má worry too much nípa àkóbá àdábá. Àmọ́ nígbà tí gbogbo wa ti mọbi tí àkóbá àdábá ti wáyé, kí ló dé tí a sì tún wá ń sá fún òmìnira tí à ń tọrọ fún pé ká fi kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà? Àwọn kan ní àkóbá àdábá yẹn ò tí ì dé tán. Don't tell us what to speak about. Ẹ mọ̀ pé sometimes tí bá rí comment, màá respond. I don't think anybody have spoken about Conifer more than I've done. Kò dẹ́n ṣe pé mo fi ń dẹ́nu. I can decide not to come out. And when I come out for a purpose. So when you say conifer, I've talked about conifer. Or conifer when the British High Commission in Nigeria is still telling Nigerians to go and vote, I think that also is more important for you to know. Just as conifer and the rally is coming up. Confab, it won't confab. No, I'm talking about confab. Okay, which one is confab? Okay. Mo money by confab. It won't confab. Short of fish confab ni. I don't know about that. Anyway, I thought you were talking about conifer. It's good that you clarify that. I'm here to talk about the British High Commissioner in Nigeria, Catriona Laing again. I've just watched a 9-minute video that she did on Dateline Abuja. And this was posted on their timeline on the 9th of May, which was yesterday, just before 10. I told you that the fight is on Twitter, because that is where you can pick up as many information depending on what you're looking for. The British High Commission in Nigeria, when he speaks, or the British High Commissioner, her name is Catriona Laing. Whenever she speaks, she's speaking on behalf of the British government. And I want us to remember that. So whenever you hear that Catriona Laing speaks to Nigerian media, she is not speaking on behalf of herself, just as Lugard did not amalgamate Nigeria without the British government knowing about it. Lugard amalgamated Nigeria with the consent of the British government in 1914. Whatever you hear from Catriona Laing or Catriona Laing, I'm talking about the British High Commissioner. Anytime she speaks in any gathering, she's speaking on behalf of the British government. And she has spoken again, and I want us to look into what she has said. It is 11:30 p.m. here in the United Kingdom. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and I guess we have now settled down into the conversation. You might need a lot of water or a kind of drink to digest this conversation. I'm going to be as very slow as possible so that a lot of us can understand the magnitude of why the British government is still very relevant in Nigeria, and they are not interested in the breakup of Nigeria. Once again, a very good evening and welcome. Let's listen to the Yoruba beautiful anthem, and then we go into the conversation. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki. ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. That's if only we all activate to make that happen. If not, we are all just going to be disturbing ourselves online and offline. If truly the Yorubas want to leave Nigeria, tó bá jẹ́ pé ní tòótọ́ lódodo pé ọmọ Yorùbá a ṣetán láti kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, in tí mo tún fẹ́ sọ ní alẹ́ yìí, ẹni tí kò bá gbọ́ dáadáa lágbọ́yé, tí ẹ bá lọ jókòó kẹsùn lé lórí, tí àtẹ̀mí àtẹ̀yìn tẹ́ gbàgbọ́ àtẹ̀yìn tẹ́ gbàgbọ́, tí ẹ bá gbọ́ talẹ́ ìtàn, tí ẹ bá lọ sùn lé lórí kẹjí láàárọ̀ la pé ǹjẹ́ àtẹ̀fẹ́ lọ lóòótọ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Tabádẹ́mọ̀ pa fẹ́ lọ, ọ̀nà owó gan, ìtọ́sẹ̀ owó, ìgbó la fẹ́ gbà tá máa fi débi tá ń lọ. Who is Catriona Laing? Catriona Laing. I'm going to give you a bit of a background so that we have an idea who she is. Catriona. Let me show you her face. You must have seen her as one of so many Oyinbo people that you love when you come across them nínú Nigeria àti ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní outside Nigeria. Fáyìn tẹ́ wà nínú Nigeria, ó dá kẹ́ pọ́n Òyìnbó lé lóòótọ́ nítorí pé àwọ̀ tiwọn ó yàtọ̀ sí tiwa. So bí alọ́kàn yín, lójú yín, nígbàgbọ́ yín, ẹ rò pé Ọlọ́run dá wọn tó dájú àwa lọ. Bí àǹtí àwọn tó bí wa, ìntọ́ ti jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àbí ìntọ́ ti sọ fún wa pé Òyìnbó ni bàbá. So a gbọ́dọ̀ máa júbà wọn. Àmọ́ ìjásìkò tó lótìtọ́ pé Yorùbá fẹ́ yí padà àbí a kàn ń ṣeré ipá. Alẹ́ yìí màá mọ̀ bóyá tòótọ́ ni a fẹ́ lọ àbí a kàn ń ṣeré. Ojú arábìnrin tí a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, òun lẹ̀ ń wò yìí fún àǹfààní ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá dámọ̀. Ojú ẹ̀ òun ni ó wà nínú àwòrán yìí. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Mo ní lè ka eléyìí ní Yorùbá, èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ni màá fi kà á. Fẹ́yìn tí ẹ bá gbọ́ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì dáadáa, ẹ má bínú. Catriona Wendy Campbell Laing, CB, is a British civil servant and a diplomat who is the High Commissioner to Nigeria. Born as Catriona Wendy Campbell Laing. You can check out yourself. The spelling is C-A-T-R-I-O-N-A. Laing is spelled L-A-I-N-G. Once again, Charlie Alpha Tango Romeo Indian Oscar November Alpha. Surname is spelled Lima Alpha Indigo Lima Alpha Indigo November Golf. She's well educated. So I'm going to go on Wikipedia and just take a bit of background before I go into that interview she granted with Channels Television. It's a 9-minute interview. I'm going to play all the way through. And then we will start analyzing each point in that interview. I've listened to it. Ó ṣe ṣe kẹ́yìn kan ti gbọ́. But nítorí pé I was so engaged and busy pẹ̀lú Yorùbá Nation, iṣẹ́ tèmi ni fún yín ni pé èmi monitor so many areas. Tí bá rí, màá gbé wá sórí ètò, màá jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin náà gbọ́. Catriona Laing is a British civil servant and a diplomat who is the High Commissioner to Nigeria. Again, that's her face. You must have seen her, or you might probably be seeing her for the first time. She assumed the office in 2018. And that means she was sent by the British government. And anytime I talk about British government, always have it at the back of your mind that the Queen Elizabeth II, is the government. Maybe you don't know. Let me quickly explain that. Anytime you hear the British government, the Prime Minister tó wà nílùú yìí, ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ on behalf of Queen. Bí ìgbà tá a bá ní wọ́n employer, Queen gangan ló ń control ìlú yìí. Prime Minister kò jẹ́gẹ́ bí servant tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún. Ó ṣeé ṣe pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wo program wa lórí Star Radio lánàá, ẹ rí pé wọ́n ṣe state opening. Mo láǹfààní láti attend. Màá ní bí alẹ́ nǹkan nítorí pé ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ worked in the House of Lord. Ibẹ̀ ni mom sí mi ti retire. So I had the privilege to attend that event once that I've been in this country. It's a privilege kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa attend, because you have to have not just security clearance, you must also be invited. So that is a privilege. So anytime I talk about the British government, always remember that it is not Boris Johnson at number 10 Downing Street. I'm talking directly to the palace. She's well educated, Catriona Laing. Laing studied economics at the London School of Economics, Tomankweni, LSE. She graduated with a Master of Science degree in 1986. She later attended Cranfield School of Management at Cranfield University and completed a Master of Business Administration in 1996. Let's look at her career. Àwọn ibi tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ kó tó di pé ó wá sí Nàìjíríà lélẹ̀. After graduating, she worked as an ODI. I can't go into all the details and the meaning of that, but ODI also, you know, if I click on that, it's just Overseas Development Institute. So anything Tobacco ODI is an Overseas Development Institute. It is a global affairs think tank. I hope you have pen and paper, because I'm not going to repeat anything. Because most of the program tèmi, ẹ máa ní pen and paper, ẹ máa jot note, ẹ máa kọ note sílẹ̀ kó lè sucking into your brain. Ẹ mọ meaning nǹkan tó sọ yẹn. Overseas Development Institute is a think tank the British government created. It was founded in 1960. It is a mission to inspire people to act on injustice and inequality through collaborative research and ideas that matter for the people and the planet. It does this through research, convening, influencing, to lead new thinking and future agenda to deliver transformation. That's the meaning of the ODI. Let's go back. So she, after graduating, worked as an ODI fellow for Botswana Ministry of Work. She then joined the Overseas Development Administration, which was then an agency of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. A máa pè àwọn yẹn ní FCO. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín ti rí àwọn protest kan tá a ti ṣe ní London. Ibì kan wà tá a bá ti gba kọ́nà kan, ẹ máa rí, a máa ń sọ pé FCO, Commonwealth Office. She was seconded to be head of Development Office of the United Nations Mission in Somalia in 1993 and 1994. She studied at Cranfield School of Management in 95 to 96 for MBA degree. She continued with the Overseas Development Administration when it became part of the Department for International Development, àwọn yẹn ló ń pè ní DFID, in 1997, just a year before I arrived in this country in 1998. She was seconded to the Cabinet Office as the Deputy Director of the Prime Minister Strategic Unit between 2001 and 2005. Then was the head of the DFID, which is Department for International Development. International Division Advisory Department between 2005 and 2006. She was the head of the DFID in Sudan in 2006 and 2009. She's also the Director of Human Rights and International at Ministry of Justice between 2009 and 2012. She then joined the FCO, again the Foreign Commonwealth Office, and was the UK Senior Civilian Representative to NATO operation in southern Afghanistan between 2012 and 2013. Catriona Laing was appointed to be the ambassador to Zimbabwe from 2014. After 4 years in that post, she was appointed to be Nigeria High Commissioner from November 2018. Now we have at least a background of the person we are referencing our program tonight with. It is coming up to quarter to 12 p.m. and the time now is 23:42. Today is the 10th May 2022. This was posted on the UK government Twitter handle, which anyone that have Twitter or doesn't have Twitter can go and check. And it says, and I read, watch our High Commissioner, Catriona Laing, 1, speak on Channels Television, Dateline Abuja, about the 2023 elections, the security and economic challenges facing Nigeria, and how the country should be strong, bold, and proud as it looks to the future. I hope you took the headline. Should we now listen to her? Let's listen to her. I do not own the copyright to this video. It is just for education purpose. Let's watch the whole video.
there are ways to get away from it all without.
My guest on the program is the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Catriona Laing. She's been High Commissioner since 2018 and has been part of several election monitoring campaigns and peace treaty commissions. We speak with her on her thoughts about the coming elections, the state of the nation, and what kind of president Nigeria needs currently in her history. Your Excellency, welcome to Date and Abuja.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
How long you've lived in Abuja now for about 5 years?
Not quite. I'm in my 4th year, so our postings are 3 years plus 1, and I always knew I would take the 4th year because I wanted to stay for the second round of elections. I arrived just before the 2018 elections, and I'll be here for the 2023 elections.
There's been a lot of people who've had one opinion or the other about the caliber of candidates that we're seeing coming out for the elections. Do you have any thoughts on that? These names that keep popping up for, asking for the tickets from their parties, are these the men for the job? I think that's the resounding question in the minds of
one disappointing thing, as you mentioned, men. I haven't seen any women candidates as yet come forward, and I know it's very challenging for women to put themselves forward in Nigerian politics. You have to be incredibly robust and resilient. I'll be meeting all the candidates, and I've met some already, and I will ensure that I meet all of them and will give the same messages to all of them. You have an important role to play as a candidate in ensuring security, ensuring the logistics work, and in setting out your good vision for the country.
I mean, you've been living in Nigeria, so you are privy to a lot of the challenges that Nigerians are facing. What sort of president do you think we need come 2023? What kind of president will be sufficient, will be the man for...
hopefully women.
Mostly men. What kind of president do you think Nigerians need in the next elections? What kind of president should we be having?
Well, there's a few characteristics that I think personally are going to be important, and what Nigerians, more importantly, tell me are important. One is being somebody who can unify the country, but there are challenges. There are north-south divides, religious issues, ethnicity can come into play, and the politicians can play those well, and they can play them badly. So I think a candidate who can unite Nigeria and show the strength in its diversity.
So have there been any Nigerians who have violated these treaties or, like you said, deliberately caused violence during elections, who have actually been subject to a travel ban by the UK?
So, as I mentioned, we always put out a statement in advance that we will potentially use our visa lever, as you said, a travel ban for people who either deliberately incite violence or commit violence. We have used visa bans in the past, but of course we don't talk about individual cases. We can't do this. The whole idea of this is to act as a deterrent. For people to know that this could be the consequence of their actions. I mean, I understand why you don't want to tell us their names, but it'll be nice to know who they are. That might put more fear. Well,
it might deter more people if they're named and shamed.
No, we don't name and shame. We would never do that. But as I said, we have been prepared to take these actions in the past, and we will do so again. So it's a deterrent, as I mentioned, and our American colleagues do the same. And given that Nigerians often, those are the two countries that will often be where they'll want to travel, where their kids are at school or in university. So, it's a very effective lever, and we are prepared to use it.
I remember reading recently that President Muhammadu Buhari had invited diplomats for a dinner.
Iftar dinner, yes.
For Iftar, and he had talked a bit about meddling in Nigeria's politics. Could you talk to us a bit about that, and what does that mean?
Well, I think it's back to your first question, and I have absolutely no objection to what he said. I completely agree. This is, Nigeria's elections are for Nigeria. And I make a distinction between the practical support we provide, and I think what the president means is that we shouldn't be picking individual candidates. We shouldn't be interfering in that sense and biasing towards one or another, north-south. That's for Nigeria to decide, and I completely agree with his point, and I hope we're not seen to be meddling, but providing a critical friend role, providing some practical support, providing some monitoring, because it's very important for Nigeria in the eyes of the world to have seen to have had a credible election. That will really help the incoming candidate to hit the ground running if people see that this was a credible election. And our eyes on it are designed to be helpful and also to make recommendations where we think things can improve, because there's always room for improvement.
Let's talk a bit about security, because Kaduna is just around the corner, and of course we're all reeling from that train attack.
Yes,
and you know, there's security updates every day. Every day they tell us, be careful about this, be careful about that. What could we be doing differently?
Well, Nigeria is facing such multifaceted security problems. I don't think there's any country in the world who's got bigger challenges on security. In the nearly half years I've been here, I've seen a deterioration, sadly. So obviously you've got the terrorism in the northeast, you've got ungoverned space in the northwest, and so on, middle belt challenges. I think what I observe is that one of the things that's changed is the economic shock of COVID threw millions and millions of people into poverty, including a lot of young men who were probably just about making a living, who unfortunately have now turned to a life of crime. So with security, you have to deal with the immediate issues, but also the underlying drivers of the problem. And my personal view is the economic issues are really fundamental to that, and I think the VP and others would share that view. Certainly Amina Mohammed, when she visited recently, was very much in that view. So jobs, livelihood, growth will be one way of tackling some of the insecurity. We've been long-standing supporters of tackling Nigeria's security problems. We have military personnel here training, but we're also working to try and support governance structures to help the governor of Borno rebuild areas of his state to create an alternative offer to the people. So we need to work on all fronts, a comprehensive approach. But I think Nigeria is moving in the right direction. It's incredibly challenging. It requires strong leadership, strong military leadership. But I've been encouraged in the last year or so to see, I think, some of the building blocks for that now starting to bear fruit. You know, this is a country of 200 million people, 85 million of whom don't have access to secure energy. That has to change. So there's two or three things I think need to happen. One is getting the fundamentals right. Investors will not invest in generation, distribution, particularly distribution, if the tariffs do not allow them as investors to make a return on their investment. And the tariffs are still not fully reflective of costs. You're still running these huge subsidies on oil products. That also has to change. So you need the prices to reflect reality, including foreign exchange, which is running the multiple exchange rates.
Actually means increasing the price of fuel.
Yes, for those who can pay. You need to target your subsidies much more smartly, as we are trying to do in the UK. We're all facing this economic crisis following the Russian invasion of Ukraine, with fuel prices going up. So what we're trying to do in the UK is ensure that the subsidies are targeted on the poorest people, because there's many businesses who can pay and should pay.
If you were able to give some advice to whoever would come up as president after the elections in 2023, what would be the first thing you would tell him to tackle?
The economic fundamentals. I think those, there are two or three things that have to be tackled. So the exchange rate issue, the other two various price issues, power tariffs, fuel subsidies, and customs. Our businesses tell us customs is so inefficient in Nigeria. So those three economic fundamentals, and to really sustain the push on security, to show strong leadership in tackling the insecurity across the country. And then thirdly, I would say, be strong, be bold, be proud as Nigerians, get out there on the world stage. You're a major player. You've got the most fantastic, talented people. I mean, the other thing I really want to push in the rest of my time here is to really give space to Nigerian artists, musicians. I spent a day in Lagos last week going around the art galleries. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Then I was in Kano for the Durbar. So, those extremes of culture, from amazing modern back to medieval pageantry. There's no country that can beat Nigeria in arts and culture, and I want to help promote that with an incoming president.
Well, that's why we're wrapping up today on the program. Well, thank you so much, Your Excellency, for being with us on this.
You might say she's not a threat, but can we do something? I hope you all come out June 12. The British government do not see Nigeria breaking up anytime soon. The British government do not expect Nigeria to break. And that's why I said, are we all going to break up Nigeria? Or we just allow our conversation online, offline, to continue and allow them to make election, get your PVC, decide who is going to be president. You know, we can work with the new president and all that. We have a lot of work to do. A big work. I'm going to open the phone line. It is not about calling and abusing and say she's Olori Buruku. No, 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 no. It is about what we have to do. A lè ṣépè fún títí di ọ̀túnla mẹ́wàá. But everyone should start thinking now whether we are joking or we are ready. I'm sure you've heard our mother that have spoken so many times. And I'm just going to push a bit of our message again if I can find it. I'm talking about Chief Mrs. Modupe Onitiri. Let's hear what she has to say here.
Modupe Onitiri, Abiola, I'm Onitiri Oko Olóògbé MKO Abiola. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri àgbáyé. Mo kí ọkùnrin, mo kí obìnrin, mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà, mo kí arúgbó. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwa tá a gbé ní tòótọ́ àti lódodo a fẹ́ òmìnira Yorùbá ní 2022. Mo fẹ́ ká lọ sign sí 5 million signatures tá a fẹ́ ṣe ti Yorùbá 2022, òmìnira Yorùbá 2022. Mo fẹ́ ká lọ sign sí. Ẹ lọ tí bàbá ṣe àpèjúwe, ẹ lọ sign. Ẹ má sign ní fake o. Èyí tó jẹ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa nìkan, tó ní orúkọ Ọlọ́run, tó ní orúkọ èmi Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí Abíọ́lá nú, pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn tá a jọ ń ṣe, àwọn pàtàkì tá a jọ ń ṣe, òun ni kẹ́ lọ ṣe o. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti rí orúkọ yìí.
Òun ni kẹ́ lọ ṣe. Let's hear towards the end of this video. She referenced to a particular country that we should be concerned about. I've just forwarded it a little bit. So let's see if we can catch up with it.
So, and láti ṣe voluntarily, láti nú, láti ọkàn wa. So, pé èèyàn kan fẹ́ sanwó fún èèyàn kan àbí èèyàn kan fẹ́ fún èèyàn kan lóò yẹn ò ṣẹlẹ̀ o. And láti ṣe láti nú wa ni. So, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ní kíákíá. Bàbá ṣe wá ṣe kó yára sí, òun náà ni òmìnira ẹ ṣe máa yára sí. Tó ta bá ṣe eléyìí, ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ tá máa fi ṣe pé a ṣe referendum ni. Eléyìí ò kì í ṣe referendum. Eléyìí ohun ní petition láti fún àgbáyé pé nítòótọ́ àmì ilẹ̀ ó dá wa lójú, àfọkànsí, a ní ìgbàgbọ́ nínú ẹ̀ wípé Yorùbá máa dá dúró. So eléyìí ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìrìn àjò tá máa fi ṣe referendum tí a máa fi dá dúró, táyé máa fi mọ̀ pé yes, Yorùbá dá dúró. Peacefully la máa ṣe, and I expect interference from anybody, from any government, from anybody. Because òfin àgbáyé sọ wípé right to self-determination kò gbọdọ̀ ṣe interference láti actualize it. So we expect that nobody will interfere. See our right to self-determination. Yorùbá nation. Òmìnira Yorùbá. Independent Yorùbá nation. Sovereign Yorùbá nation 2022. Bó dẹ̀ ṣe máa rí nìyẹn ní agbára Ọlọ́run. Kí ló bá wa dé bí báyìí? Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo ti ṣàlàyé yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ lórí bí àwọn amúnisìn Great Britain ṣe wá sí entity tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà. Tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ló bá everybody. Yorùbá ọ̀tọ̀, Biafra ọ̀tọ̀, Ògoni ọ̀tọ̀, Nupe ọ̀tọ̀, Hausa ọ̀tọ̀, everybody ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. But for their own economic interest, wọ́n amalgamate everybody. Without even thinking. about the right and the future and the progress and development.
I hope you pick a point there and then now compare that to what you've just listened to with the British High Commissioner. My name is Olayomi Koiki. My job is to come here and educate and prepare our mind to the self-determination. Train Waloshin lawyer. I can hear the train. And I'm sure that is still not the last one. The last one was probably, maybe Achimagbo Itoshimatulo again before we end this program. I'm going to now ask us, is British government still a threat to the self-determination of the Biafra and the Yorubas? A lot of you will probably say yes. I know that's your answer. So if the British government is a threat to our self-determination, the next point I want to ask us when I open the phone line is, what do we do if we all agree that the British government, again, when I say British government, you know that means it goes with the palace, the kingdom. I'm talking about, the Queen of England. Because the Queen of England of today, may God continue to bless her. God bless the Queen. Will not say she's not aware of what they've created in 1914, even though she's now in a very old age at 95. She could not even attend the state opening yesterday. She was represented by her son, Prince Charles. So if we all say yes, maybe some of you might say no, but the question is British government a threat, a sabotage, a hidden force that would not allow the progress of the dissolution and the breakup of Nigeria? If we say yes, then what should we do and what can we do? Let's get the line open. I'm going to stop the Twitter and use a different phone to run the Twitter. Please call only the studio line. You all know the studio line by now because I repeat that every day on the program. Don't call any other number apart from the number I've given out. A lot of you have been sending messages to it. I told you I don't read those messages. You will only send message to the other number. By now, ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kò ti yé yín. Ìkan wà tá a bá ń ṣe program fún pípé. But send message sí lè kà ní time. But if I send message sórí the previous number, I will go through it, I will read it, and I will respond. So I'm going to allow calls to come through, and then we can then start progressing from there. Once again, a very good evening and welcome fún ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n la fi bá sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí. Gbogbo ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tí ó ń bẹ lórí ìkàlẹ̀ tí ó láǹfààní àti máa wò live tí kò ń ṣe èyí tí ẹ máa ń tún wò lórí Wo TV, my brother Atata, and I cannot appreciate him more than enough for helping us to retransmit our broadcast on his own platform. It's a privilege to have, people play back our program. It just helps to push the message out more to those that probably will not watch it on my own platform. Once again, the conversation is focusing tonight on the whole British government in the actualization of our Yoruba sovereignty that we have the right to. I'm asking us again, what is your view? What is your own opinion? Kí ni àgbékalẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́yin rò pé bí a ṣe ń sọ pé a fẹ́ òmìnira tí ìyá wa Onítìrí dẹ̀ sọ pé we have the right to self-determination. and we don't want any interference. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lágbára gan. Interference mean pé America ò gbọ́dọ̀ interfere, UK ò gbọ́dọ̀ interfere, gbogbo ìlú ò gbọ́dọ̀ interfere. But when we talk about the British government, which is my focus tonight, ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ni mo fi béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. We have the first caller.
Hello, my dear brother, Koiki Baba.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
So, gbọ́dọ̀ mi fẹ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé, British ò lè jẹ́ threat wa. So, as long as pé diplomacy yẹn náà ni, àwọn náà ti mọ̀ pé Nigeria ta break ni, and it's because of nǹkan tó ń ṣe kò yẹ kó wé àti nǹkan tó ń sọ kò yẹ kó wé wa down. Because ó mọ̀ pé Nigeria ó máa ọdún yìí kò ń ṣọdún tó ń bọ̀. Because gbogbo nǹkan táwọn rí àwọn politicians everybody ń lo divide and rule don dara àwọn láàmú gbogbo ẹ̀ scatter. So we all know that. So we should move forward ká concentrate lórí petition ẹ̀, and I think ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ ìyẹn ló yẹ kó jẹ́ priority wa ní ìsìn bá ṣe máa rí 5 million ẹ̀ kó pé. Because tá a máa ń sọ pé àwọn ilé àwọn náà mọ̀, so gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìdánsọ yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ máa fi wé wa down and we are not going back.
All right.
So my own opinion ni pé and contribution ni pé ká put more efforts ká kí petition yẹn ká yẹ kó pé 5 million yẹn kíákíá. So then we know what next.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Mi ò fẹ́ sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
No, ìtẹ̀sọ̀ yẹn náà ẹ ti sọ more than enough. Kò dìgbà tíyàn bá fi gbogbo 20 minutes sọ̀rọ̀. Let's hear from some of you as well that are watching us. June 12th, there will be a mega rally in United Kingdom. There's still need for support to get the advert on the London bus, and the donation portal just giving is still there. Let us put in effort to make sure that we can distribute the message on the London bus. The number to call tonight will be +447 404 405 917. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí +447 404 405 917. Ẹ kàn save number yẹn. Ẹ ní láti máa fi send messages and messages. It's gonna be too much for me to read from 2 mobile phones. I already have 3 phones that I receive messages. One is more in the public domain and one is not in the public domain. So just this one is just so that eléyìí tí mo ní yẹn heavy load ni tẹ́ bá pè ó máa disconnect. That's why I should get eléyìí so that our calls can come through slowly. People can speak and there will not be any time the call disconnect. The British government is what I'm talking about tonight. Every day I come out is for me to deliver a message. The one I've delivered in the afternoon is still there. It hasn't changed. The one I've delivered 2 years ago, it hasn't changed. The one I'm delivering tonight is just to top it up. And I'm asking the question to everyone that is watching again tonight. Are we going to see a British government maybe not interested to break up Nigeria, but what are we, the self-determination, the believers of the independence of a Yoruba nation, what are we going to do? There will be a rally coming up in the next few weeks, June 12 precisely, in central London. They know that we are there in 2020. They know we were there in 2021. They've been saying us since the beginning of this year. The British government is not dumb and they are not stupid. But will they do anything? Or we would have to tell them what we want to do. And if we have to tell them what we want to do, how do we deliver that message? Kí ni ọ̀nà tá máa ṣe? Kí ni tá máa gbé kalẹ̀ tí a máa jẹ́ káwọn náà mọ̀ pé lótìtọ́ lódodo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nigeria? And if they want to then have diplomacy with us. It will no longer be as Nigerians. It will be as Yoruba people. Because as we speak right now, a lot of country will not want to get involved because they have relationship ties with Nigeria. We have a caller direct from Nigeria. Hello, caller. Hello? Okay. It looks like maybe that person is just testing the line. Please do not waste our time if you are not interested to add conversation to the program. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, I'm asking the question. Do you think that we have issues with the British government, or they have issues with us for not listening to our plea at the moment? Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, caller, sir. Abe Karo Deni. All right, I won't pick the call again because it's a waste of time. I know sometimes my mom tells me to be very patient with callers, but sometimes I could tell if somebody's playing prank, or probably maybe they are not. Once again, I'm asking us, let's go to Scotland, where a caller is joining us. Ekale Baba. Amen.
Mo gbádùn ẹ̀ tó tẹ̀ ń ṣe mo dẹ̀ gbádùn ìbéèrè tẹ́ béèrè yẹn. Mo ní experience kan nígbà tí mo ti ń gbé bí pẹ̀lú especially English torí ìwà àwọn English ó yàtọ̀ sí ti Scottish mi fún ọgbẹ́ so mo ti rí ìyàtọ̀ àwọn méjèèjì. Nǹkan kan tí mo notice nígbà tí mo ń gbé ní ìgbà tí mo wà ní London ní gbogbo ibi tí mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ mo rí wípé tí ẹ bá béèrè fún ẹ̀tọ́ yín ètò ń pè ní right kò sẹ́ni tó máa fún yín ní free of charge. Ní many places mo ní láti jà fún right mi mo dẹ̀ rí pé tí n bá ti wá jà fún right mi yẹn màá wá da ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn ọ̀gá wọ̀nyẹn wọn ò ní retí yín bọ́tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá jà fún right yín wọ́n á mú yín lọ́dẹ̀ wọ́n á máa lò yín wọ́n á kàn máa wò yín. Mo pé gbogbo bí tí mo ti jà fún right mi pátápátá nígbà tí mo wà nísàlẹ̀ lọ́hùn gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ti bá ojú orí àwọn ọ̀gá yẹn pàdé wọ́n á wá like mi gan. So mo ti rí nínú ìwà wọn pé nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ yín wọn ní ti lé yín lọ́wọ́ àfi tí ẹ bá béèrè kẹ́dẹ̀ gbà. Ìwà wọn nìyẹn ẹni tó bá ti study wọn. So tá a bá dúró ọ̀dẹ̀ jà bíi pé ìwà almost gbogbo àwọn òyìnbó náà nìyẹn. Tí a bá wá dúró wípé ẹnìkan máa wá fi nǹkan lé wa lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀tàn ni wà ń tanra wa jẹ ni. Kì í dẹ̀ ṣe àwọn British gan la fẹ́ gba kíní tá a fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kì í ṣe àwọn la fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó yẹ kó yé wa. Àwọn tá a fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ gangan ó ní àwọn èèyàn ti wá gan tí wọ́n ń pawọ́ pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń fìyà jẹ wá. Kò sí bàbá ńlá British tó lè dára dúró torí pé àwọn náà mọ nǹkan tó ń pè lómìnira. Wọn lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kankan kò sí òfin tó fún wọn láyè wípé kán dí wa lọ́wọ́ ká má gbòmìnira wa. The only thing tó máa wá ń ṣe ni pé tó bá yá àwọn máa wá ojú rere wa tó fi máa fà wá mọ́ra pé ká má lọ fara mọ́ bíi China ká má lọ fara mọ́ bíi kínní nǹkan táwọn máa ṣe nìyẹn ẹ̀yin lọ kọ́lẹ̀ wọn ò lè dá wa dúró. Àwọn ọmọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe ń gbà tó ń pín wa lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ nígbà tó ń lọ náà ṣèbá àlàá fọwọ́ ara bàjẹ́ táwọn èèyàn wá dẹ̀ ń wò wọ́n tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ títí àwọn fi lẹ́bù tá a dé. So wọ́n mọ̀ wípé àkókò tá a wà yìí ní gbogbo àgbáyé wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó wà ní ìsìn wọn kì í gbọ́ wọn kì í gbà ní. Tọ́ bá dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kò sí ẹ̀dá kan tó lè dá wọn dúró. So ọwọ́ àwa ló wà. Ìjọ tá a bá fẹ́ dìde tá a bá dìde ní gbogbo local government gbogbo state àti gbogbo àdìẹ àgbáyé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá bá wà tí gbogbo a bá dúró tá a bá ní èní o à ń jáde kò sẹ́ni tó máa dá wa dúró kò sẹ́ni yẹn. Ibà àwọn táwọn pè ní politician wọ́n á sá kúrò ní ìlú ẹlòmíì kíákíá ló máa bọ́ sórí kíní ẹ̀ tó máa tá bọ́ sínú kíní ẹ̀ tó máa kọ́kọ́ tá lọ torí kò mọ nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ the next. So àwa ní sọ̀kan tá a fẹ́ ṣe fún wọn. Àwa la máa mọ̀ bá ṣe máa ń ṣe nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe. Ọwọ́ tiwa ló wà, gbogbo wa dẹ̀ ni. In fact, ẹni mo lọ ṣiṣẹ́ kan ní local government mi lè mo ọ̀dọ̀ dọ́kítọ̀ mi mo sọ fún wọn nípa Yorùbá. Mo sọ fún wọn níbẹ̀ pé tán bá ti gbọ́ pé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà o, pé láìpẹ́ wọ́n máa gbọ́ pé Nàìjíríà pé wọ́n lè gbọ́ pé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ kó má yà wọ́n lẹ́nu. Mo ṣe àlàyé gbogbo ẹ̀ fún wọn. Àwọn náà lóòótọ́ ni. Wọ́n ní British government wọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe ni àwọn ló lọ́ọ́ dá gbogbo ayé rú. Pé tá a bá gbára wa pé kò sẹ́ni tó máa wá gbà wá. Gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n ti lọ mo ti ń sọ fún gbogbo àwọn òyìnbó ẹ̀ kó rẹ̀ sí gbogbo wọn wọ́n ń fọwọ́ sí so ẹjọ́ wọn bá gbogbo àsọ̀rọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo ọmọ yòó ọwọ́ wa ló wà ní gbogbo local government ní gbogbo orílẹ̀ state kankan ní gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè tá a wà pátápátá including èmi tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ gbogbo wa la máa jáde nígbà tí time bá tó ẹ ṣé ọ̀gá mi máa bá ṣe lọ.
Thank you so much. Ní wà lórí ìjókòó báyìí ká máa appreciate gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ sórí ètò. In their numbers we are streaming on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different platforms: Twitter, 2 Instagram, 3 Facebook channel, and 1 MixLR, which is just as similar to the radio. And already there's one person listening. He cannot see me, but they are plugging their AirPod or whatever they're listening, and I can only say thank you so much. Mo ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa kọ̀ọ̀kan tí màá appreciate yín. Ẹ̀yin náà láǹfààní àti dá sí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni màá máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti pè náà tí ẹ ti bá wa dá sí. A mọ̀ lótìtọ́ lódodo pé àwa ni ó kù sí lọ́wọ́. Mo kàn fẹ́ mọ̀ kí ni view wa àti opinion wa àti kí ni opinion àwọn British government. Nítorí pé wọ́n rí tá à ń jáde àti àwọn Biafra náà tó ń lọ síbi iwájú ilé wọn bẹ́ẹ̀. Àmọ́ wọ́n make any reference sí nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ Catriona Laing sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wò bí a lè gbé ẹlòmíì wọlé gẹ́gẹ́ bí olórí Nàìjíríà. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí máa ń kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ní àníṣẹ́ yìí. Ẹgbọ́n sókè alàgbà wa tó ń pè.
Hello, ẹ kálẹ́ sà.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ kálẹ́ Mr. Koiki, ẹ kújọ́ mẹ́ta sà.
Ìjọ kan pẹ̀lú.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí gbogbo ń tẹ̀lé tó ní mo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kọ́ tí ẹ ń sìn ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ pè mí ni. Olùlọ́wà díẹ̀. So n fẹ́ kẹ́yìn náà bá a ṣètò báwa náà ṣe lè ṣe ní July 1 náà táwọn náà June 12 yìí. Tí ó yẹ pé àwọn táwa ní Nàìjíríà náà àwa náà lè ṣe nǹkan kan. Tó kẹ́lẹ̀ bá encourage láti jẹ́ káwa náà ṣe nǹkan kan torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn táwa Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú rally tí ó sì yẹn kò jẹ́ ká lè ṣe anything débi pé ọkàn àwọn èèyàn ti ń ṣe bákan méjì pé àbí kò sí rally mọ́ ni ọkàn wọn ti fẹ́ máa ṣe bákan. So ẹ bá gbé tò táwa náà fi lè máa lè ṣe rally ní àwọn táwa ní Nàìjíríà bí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá òtútù. So nǹkan tí mi fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Thank you so much. Mo máa ń kí gbogbo àwọn kan ní ìjẹ́lẹ̀ Kwara ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Kogi ńkọ́ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ondo State ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. Mo máa ń kí gbogbo wa ní gbogbo àwọn agbègbè kọ̀ọ̀kan tí bá ní gbogbo Ondo State gbogbo yín ni mo kí. Àti Mùsùlùmí tó ń gbé nínú Ondo State àti Kristẹni àti oníṣẹ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni mò ń kí. Ìjà tí à ń jà ìjà kí ayé lè rọrùn kó lè dẹrùn fún wa kí a lè ní ìsinmi kí ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa lè dáa. Kò ń ṣe pé à ń pe ogun. Èmi ò jókòó kí n pogun wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àmọ́ àwọn tó ń gbógun bọ̀ là ń jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí ogun wọlé wá ká wa mọ́ kí ẹ tó gbọ́ pé ogun ti dé. Ogun yẹn súnmọ́ ó ń súnmọ́ lójoojúmọ́. Àmọ́ láṣálẹ̀ a tún gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹ̀wò pẹ̀lú ìjọba kan tí à ń pè níjọba Gẹ̀ẹ́sì tí àwọn ni amúnisìn. Àwọn ló kó wa sínú wàhálà tó fi di pé abúlé kọ̀ọ̀kan kò sí ìsinmi, kò sálàáfíà, kò sí ìdẹ̀rùn ní gbogbo abúlé kọ̀ọ̀kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń pè, la ṣe ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa pé ṣé bá ṣe máa wò leléyìí àti pé ìgbésẹ̀ wo gan la máa gbé. Mo ò ní kẹ́ lọ ja ogun kankan nísìn. Àmọ́ ìbéèrè ni pé kí ni British government máa ṣe. Ẹ bá mute background bàbá wa ẹ ti wọlé ẹ mute ti background. ẹ jọ.
ẹ kú iṣẹ́ náà.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá.
yà ẹ wò ó ṣe rí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ ni pé Britons they are snake under the green grass. tí a bá ní à ń dúró à ń waste time ara wa ni o a ní láti act fast because kò sí anybody kan tó máa bá wa ṣiṣẹ́ yìí a kì í fojú bọ̀rọ̀ gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ èkùrọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó máa sọ tó máa bẹ̀rù tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan kan láti ṣẹlẹ̀ tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá a bá act kò sí nǹkan tẹ torí àwọn Britons mo rántí ní 1971 mo wà Germany nígbà tí mo fẹ́ lọ sí Britain àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi lọ mo ní láyé mi o nǹkan tó máa mú mi lọ síbẹ̀ because mo understand wọn gan-an nígbà tí mo wà ní force so mo mọ̀ pé àwọn people wọn ẹ jẹ́ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ tán ẹ máa rí kíákíá wọ́n ti bọ́ sọ́dọ̀ Yorùbá so wọ́n pé ibi tó bá ti dẹ̀ sí yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn máa wọ̀ sí ká má jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wa kó má jẹ́ ká máa bẹ̀rù ìbẹ̀rù ló ń ṣe wọ́n mo rí lọ́sàn-án yìí nígbà tí mo bá àwọn kan sọ̀rọ̀ ní tẹ́ bá rí oríṣiríṣi àtobìnrin àtọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ tí mo lọ́kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ó gè pé dájì ẹ̀rù ló ń bà wá mo ní irú ẹ̀rù wo ló ń bà yìí ẹ fíìlì kí ni mo ní ẹ fíìlì ẹsẹ̀ ìdẹ̀ sí mi èmi á fíìlì ẹ eléyìí tí mo ti fíìlì kì í ṣe kékeré ẹsẹ̀ sí mi ó lè ló ń bà wọ́n ẹ̀yẹ bẹ̀rù wọ́n ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ti sún wọn orí àwọn ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n so tí a bá jáde a máa sọ náà ní lójoojúmọ́ nǹkan tí èmi kan tí mo ń wò nísìnyí ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká gbìyànjú ká bá wọn tó wà níwájú ká bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ kàn jẹ́ kí kíní kó come to reality so àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń fíìlì kíní kan jọ kán bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe nǹkan tó bá yẹ kán ṣe ká lè ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe lásìkò.
ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa.
Ọlọ́run kọ́ wa mọ̀ ṣe.
Thank you so much. ẹ ṣé gan ni dáàdi. A máa ń kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i mo kí yín Justin Reason Dr. Benjamin Mr. Gbọ́láwọ̀n mo rí yín ìyá mi Comfort mo kí yín to links mo ń kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti wọlé Mr. Ọláwálé mo kí bàbá wa Sam mo kí Bashiru Mustapha mo kí bàbá mi Bashiru Adéníyì Adéyẹmí mi kí yín ọ̀nbẹ́ o ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àbúrò mi Ọláníyì Thomas mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ ẹ̀yin tí ń bá ẹ ti dárúkọ màá máa kí yín bá ṣe ń wọnú ètò yẹn lọ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń gbọ́ mi ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ gbéyẹ̀wò again ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ sọ̀rọ̀ mo rí ẹ ń bẹ̀ Ìbùkún Ògúnfẹ̀yìntì I salute and I say mo júbà gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà tí ẹ̀ ń farabalẹ̀ tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa ìjà ìsìn kọ́ là ń bára wa jà mo rí ń bẹ̀ bàbá mi Simon Adébísí Adérọ̀gbà Akeem ìjà ìsìn òun kọ́ la gbé dání mo máa ń kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà mo kí ń bẹ̀ Alhaji Adéyẹmí mo kí ń bẹ̀ Azeez Adéyẹmí mo kí ń bẹ̀ ìyá mi Kíkẹ́ Lọ́mọ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní Oman mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní Ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní Ọ̀yọ́ State kò ń ṣe Ṣèyí Mákindé ni mò ń bínú sí wọn nítorí pé àwọn ṣì ń tì wá lọ sínú Nàìjíríà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ntí anáàfẹ́ kò ń ṣe Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún tó bá sọ pé àwọn ò ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́ a mọ̀ pé a ti mọ̀ pé ó sí nínú àwọn tí a lè máa sọ pé àmọ́ nítorí pé àwọn ṣì ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà làwọn fi wà lórí ẹ̀ aside to African Confidential mo kí ń bẹ̀ láti Èkìtì mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá mo máa ń bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà nílé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá wa tí ẹ ti rìtáyà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ológun ẹ má má jókòó lásán tẹ̀ ń wò wá ẹ pe àwa ọmọ yín ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ fún wa láwọn àṣírí kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ní lọ́wọ́ in tó ń bọ̀ yìí ó máa kàn yín ó máa kàn wá ọjọ́ ọ̀la ilẹ̀ Yorùbá là ń torí ẹ̀ sọ pé kí ayé lè rọrùn kó lè dẹrùn fún wọn káàárọ̀ òjíire. Mo rí ń bẹ̀ ìyá mi Olúbùnmi Oyèwọlé, mo kí ń bẹ̀ Mr. Sulaiman Kẹ́hìndé, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Afghanistan. Yeah, we have people in Afghanistan. We have people in Iraq, Kuwait, UAE, Greece, Turkey. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ ní Brazil, ní Cuba, ní Jamaica. Mo kí ń bẹ̀ ìyá mi Esther Ewetuga. You know, when I say we should go and prepare, not because of anything, because intelligence says the government is going to cancel the election. There's not going to be election in 2023. The government itself will not hold election. Ǹjẹ́ gbọ́n kan tí Robert Clark sọ? I'm sure you all know Robert Clark. I have played so many of his videos about constitution. He's now saying the same constitution gives Buhari, dead or alive, an extension. Moke, Mr. Oluwole Abiodun Lawal, Mr. Bamidele, Mr. Olayemi, gbogbo ẹni tá bá ti dárúkọ yín, gbogbo yín náà ni mò ń kí. Mr. Abiodun Oguntoyinbo, Akinwande, Awoyinka Gabriel, and those of you on the Instagram that do not comment, they are watching. They don't comment, but they are all watching. I can see them, and they can see me. The Yoruba people will no longer be coward to anyone. We are not going to take arms to go and kill anybody, but we will take arms. We will take arms. We will take arms if needs be to defend ourselves. And that is something that we should not be scared of to say. Egbon's okay. Anything pé wá.
Yeah, good evening, my brother in truth.
Welcome again.
The White Lion himself. Catriona Laing, I'm not taking full attention at all.
Okay.
What we are watching is a blatant interference and meddling into a democratic sovereign country.
About mute the background on filter pada. About fisi volume
okay. Yeah. Okay. So they are meddling in terms of their own words. They are meddling into Nigeria's democracy right now. Now, we have a sovereign kingdom, which is the Yoruba kingdom, arguing the fraudulent constitution that we are being ruled under currently.
Okay.
And the same British government is quite aware that we are challenging the validity
of that
and legality of that constitution.
Which is coming up in the tomorrow.
Yet, they are ignoring our clamoring. So they want to continue under the fraudulent constitution,
okay,
which wow, as a Yoruba, Budogba.
Okay.
So our generation, we are not stupid. We are not going to sell ourselves into slavery yet again.
Okay.
So if I have the capacity to do it within myself, I'll write a cease and desist letter to Catriona Laing to get off Yoruba land. Only Lomaba or election in North, because they still see themselves as Nigeria. We've already declared through self-determination, which is recognized by United Nations, that we are no longer part of Nigeria. This is on record. So we cannot be forced into another 100 years slavery. So gbogbo ìtàn ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń ṣe yọ̀bọ̀yọ̀bọ̀ tó ń lọ káàkiri yẹn, wọ́n fẹ́ cement another slavery.
Okay.
Because if the election should hold and Nigeria elect another president under this constitution, that means we have legitimized that constitution.
Okay.
So as it stands right now, there is no constitution holding Nigeria together, no binding constitution right now. because there are challenges in court currently for the government of Nigeria to come and defend a fraudulent constitution, which they've refused to show up to at Ekiti. That alone speaks volume. There's nothing to defend. So, Bubereti, our governor, South Uganda, Sakiri, our election, and I've said, let them draft letter and put it on record that they've given all governors cease and desist under Yoruba land. We have no governors currently because they don't have mandate from the people of Yoruba land. They are forcefully ruling us under fraudulent constitution. So until that is challenged, until that is sorted, we are not Nigerian. So let this Baba go take action, go draft our letter. If I should make move, come feel legal backings, come feel back. So it shouldn't just be a console or so. So when they are feeling the legality within what we are saying, and they know they can't challenge it anywhere, even in the court, Britain, they can't challenge it. So Tobadele challenge and call war was a court, keep by you about Agbo. But one, if I catch you want to. So Buberi concern at Kirinsin, repeat of Lord Lugard, launch for I. So Bubo and Itole Rano Baba Lora Kakiri. So Toba dem at the pass boss. Let's share it or invite our Lori Brukudon Peroni military wa. Tough invite Wasi London B. Buko Boshi deal Belue. So we are not fools and shut them all. So Kawa Babawa, let them take these actions. Give our words legal backings. They can't only force you that's Nigeria. We don't want to be Nigeria anymore.
Okay.
She only force really Scotland in it. So they had to take a referendum then. And they're still saying they still want to break. So they can't force the will of the people. So give them cease and desist notice, I beg. Put it on record. Thank you for the good work you're doing,
Thank you
Baba.
so much.
We can't wait for the declaration, Baba.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you.
Carry on.
Thank you. I love when the caller give me this analysis. I've listened to him so many times. Ìyá wa sọ̀rọ̀ pé ọwọ́ wa ní gbogbo ẹ̀ wà. Mo kí yín Mr. Johnson Ajísafẹ́, mo kí yín Ayọ̀míkún Dámíjù, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí Yami Gbémilékè and the rest of you. I cite you Andy Adun, Andy Ando àti Abiodun Ògìntóyìnbó. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní France, Prince, and those of you that have joined us. You can also add your voice should you want to. I still have a bit of strength, so we can still continue until I feel a little bit tired, and then we can start ending the program. But I'm still okay for now. Plus 44 74 0440 5917. I was talking about Robert Clark. And let me see if I can pull up what he said so that I can read it properly. You all remember him. We've used this video when he was talking about, how Nigeria constitution and the budget and all that. Well, the same man is now coming up saying Buhari needs tenure extension to curb insecurity. Morimbe Yami Bisi Makanjuola, mo tó bẹ̀ láti lárúkọ mọ́yàn kankan lórí, tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ ni mo fi ń pe orúkọ yẹn. I have not left Catriona Laing. That is the focus point of this broadcast. And I'm still asking the question, is British government going to do anything on our self-determination? Everybody will say no. But if they're not going to do, what more can we do Yes, we don't need to need a shelter, but what should we prepare so that the British government really knows that we want to go? I'm not asking us to go and fight, but what can we do at this junction? Because we are less than 277 days to Sorry KOIKIMEDIA, where I have my countdown. 277 days from today. The African Confidential says Nnamdi Kanu has been shouting her name for a while, but people thought he was crazy or just obsessed with her. Let me read what Robert Clark says. An elder statesman and a senior lawyer, Robert Clark, senior advocate of Nigeria, on Monday in Abuja, said the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, should serve for an extra 6 months to give him enough time to address the country's security holes. I told you that there's a lot of game plan that the government is preparing. Not because of anything. Nítorí pé bó ṣe ń ṣe nínú Aso Rock àti ní Sokoto, where a lot of decision is coming from. Most decision that is operating in Nigeria now is coming from Sokoto State, from Sultan of Sokoto. And they know, they're watching me right now. They have their team behind in a computer room, sitting down and taking every details of everything I say. And they know, they're watching right now. They're watching me right now. But we're telling them that the Yorubas are ready to pull out from the contraction known as Nigeria. And we will surprise you as you're watching me. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó kó sínú yàrá yẹn, tẹ́ ń wò mí báyìí, we will surprise you. Because you can no longer lock us into your own agenda. The agenda that you have done to enslave the Yoruba people, we will unplug it. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ ló máa jó lọ́wọ́. I'm talking about the Yorubas that have employed within that caliphate. They are watching and they are listening and they're delivering the message briefly every day back to the caliphate. We are dealing with a big task. Intagbedani is a very, very big task, but some people don't understand. Thank you so much, Yawa Gbemeleke. Baby náà ṣeré nìyẹn, ìyá mi Bísí Mákanjúọlá, that a senior advocate, Robert Clark, is now saying to Nigerians, for those that still think they are Nigerians, that you should give the dead or alive Buhari another 6 months. I don't know when that 6 months will start, but I can tell you already that they know that they don't want to hold election in Nigeria. And I just pity millions of Nigerians that wants to die for the politician. Ẹ fẹ́ jà fún politician tí politician gan mọ̀ pé just as it's coming out now, bit by bit. In the next few days, you start getting pop-up messages from different places. Buhari, there is insecurity in Nigeria. I don't think we can hold election. The Yoruba are shouting for self-determination, or they call us secessionists. The Biafra, there's problem there. Insecurity in the northeast, insecurity in the southwest. Do you know, according to my source, that the military is involved in almost all the atrocity apart from the one that is being perpetrated by ISIS and the Boko Haram and the rest. The military itself are putting on another problem within the system. I just pity a lot of you at home. You don't know what we are dealing with. I remember a caller calling and sọ nípa A and sọ̀rọ̀ nípa prepaid meter. I don't know whether you're watching me again tonight. The first thing they will do is disconnect the communication. Nigerian communication might fluctuate before the end of the year. So prepare your mind for that. You will not get through with WhatsApp messages to your loved ones at home. Aisha Buhari is playing a big role behind the scene with so many things. I'm talking about Aisha Buhari. She's also playing some role. Those of you at home, tẹ́ bá smart nísìn, ẹ tọ́jú owó, kẹ́ lọ ra tọ̀nà sọ́bẹ̀, kẹ́ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́. Your smartphone is not going to work in Nigeria very soon. Eroju, I think it's about 6,000 or 7,000. Ẹ save owó before the end of the year. Kẹ́ ra brand new, kẹ́ kó tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ sínú ilé. Ẹ ní láti lò nísìn. A lot is going to happen as we go into the next year. I was watching a bit of Mayegun. I haven't spoken with him for some days now, but I think he was saying similar program that there will not be election. For those of you that watched it, I watched a bit of it, even though I was in a meeting when he was running the program. There's a lot being cooked behind the scene. But because a lot of people are just saying, you know, Sanwo-Olu, go and pick up application form and dropped it in Abuja. There's this happening. You see Dele Momodu flying from Sokoto. Hey, he was in the same vehicle with the Sokoto state governor launching and doing that and that. They are diverting the real attention. The government is diverting your attention to their hidden agenda. There's a problem coming. I've told you that already. I'm not a woli, but based on the bit of intel that gets to me, they're watching. There is a massive problem on its way. Elora tonosobe mobile phone ke kostoju apamosile awulo. I will not tell you what you will use it for now, but if you're smart, go and buy one and save it. But towards the end of the year, we will tell you how it's going to work. Your smartphone is not going to work. All this smartphone, but if you're smart now, go and buy one and save it. Just keep it in the house. Tọ́nà sọ́bẹ̀ àwọn tó wà nílé mọ̀ tán pè ní tọ́nà sọ́bẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà lábroad ẹ lè mọ̀. Àwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà mọ̀ tí mò ń sọ. Wọ́n mọ̀ tán pè ní tọ́nà sọ́bẹ̀. Àwọn fóònù tó ń ju kéékèèké báyìí lọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ lè ra fún àwọn tó wà ní ilé. Ẹ send owó sáwọn family yín kó ra pamọ́. A lot is being planned from the caliphate. They're not going to give power, but they will create problem. Even though they know that Nigeria will break, but they will create problem and chaos for every one of us. And everyone must be prepared for that. Robert Clark says, and I quote again, it's on the Punch newspaper. It's already in the public. You can go and read it. Just type his name. An elder statesman, a senior advocate of Nigeria, under the same fake constitution, is now saying that the constitution allowed Buhari to extend 6 months to sort out the insecurity that they created in the first place. You want me to give too much details? I don't have to give you. The person saying that when there is no network, small phone might be useless. It's because you want me to go to the next conversation. You're dealing with a very highly intelligent person sitting here, and I can read meaning to comments and messages. Because you know when you write that, that means I'm going to say the next thing. I'm not stupid. Go and get the phone and keep it. You don't worry about whether it will work or it doesn't work. Go and get the phone and keep it. I won't say more than that. So can they answer? Can they answer? See Toku. They're watching in Shokoto. They're in that room. They're watching me right now. They're watching. They've created a command center for KOIKIMEDIA in Shokoto within the caliphate. They have a command center where they have guys working 24/7, different shifts, and they're watching. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup, and it will definitely break. I'll end the program at 1 o'clock, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Yoruba football message she shared. Depending on what country you are, I don't know what country you are. I guess those t-shirts will arrive in Nigeria, in UK, on that 1 week kilo my day. As soon as I know that they've told me it's there, I would let you know where you can pick them up from. The North are worried that we're waking the minds of our people every day. The North are worried. They're scared of Babakintoye. And they're scared of Chief Sunday Igboho. Chief Sunday Igboho is fine. That's all I can always tell you. When I say it's fine, that's fine. That's all you need to know. They are very, very scared of the Yoruba people, this generation. Know that we are not that previous generation that they could buy off. So they're very concerned and they don't know what can happen. So they're preparing a lot. They have some of their people that have been sent to a certain country that we are not going to disclose now, being trained for certain things I will reveal later. I'm talking about the caliphate. Young guys, they've sent them out for proper training. But Kosintoba Fishin, Eledumari will not allow that to work. That's all. And in Yorùbá ẹ lọ ní àṣálẹ́ mo kí gbogbo wa níbikíbi tí a bá ti ń darapọ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà lẹ́kìtì, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá sì lè débẹ̀ lọ́la. Àwọn kan ti débẹ̀. Our team have arrived last night. I can assure you, they are all resting. So you get live feed tomorrow from those that have traveled to Ekiti State. But the Ekiti, last outing was not very good because a lot of people did not turn out. Yes, they would have police there. Fayemi is currently not in the state. As I speak to you right now, it's probably in Abuja somewhere. All the Yoruba governors are becoming concerned. I can still see people are trying to call in, but I'm winding down. I've seen about 2 or 3 missed calls. Let me take the 3 call, but I want to wind down quickly. Just give them a few 2 minutes. Hear from them. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Lenny. After 2 minutes, must stop in. Go ahead.
Èmi ò kò surprise èmi náà anyway mi ní purọ́ tán yìí. Èèyàn tó bá wà sílùú òyìnbó ìbò bá kàn lé owó tí ò lé làákàyè òun ló máa surprise lórí nǹkan tí Britain ṣe yìí. Nígbà tó yẹ pé bí wọ́n ṣe join wa fún favour wọn ni tí ọba ọ̀nà ṣe máa fẹ́ dáa gbé. Public èmi kọ́ ni pé àwa Yorùbá ní strategy. Lẹ́yìn ikú Awólọ́wọ̀ yẹn láti gbà yẹn àwọn bàbá kó dàgbà lẹ́yìn Awólọ́wọ̀ yẹn wọn ò ní strategy. Àwọn gangan ni wọ́n ń pè ní ọmọ àlè. Lẹ́yìn ikú Awólọ́wọ̀ yẹn gbogbo àwọn tó tẹ̀lé tí wọ́n take over yẹn ọmọ àlè ni wọ́n. The word ọmọ àlè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ká bá túmọ̀ ẹ̀ ó yí wọn lára. Because gbogbo Awólọ́wọ̀ pátápátá dáwọ́ ṣe pátápátá náà ti tàtọ̀. So ọmọ àlè ni wọ́n akótilétà ni wọ́n. Ti Britain ò jọ mí lójú. Mo ti sọ fáwọn èèyàn nígbà tí Ukraine àti ti Russia ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n sọ pé Russia kò yẹ kí wọ́n lọ sí sovereign country. Mo ní ìtumọ̀ sovereignty yẹn lójú àwọn super power yìí eléyìí tó bá gbé wọn ni wọ́n ń pè ní sovereignty. Eléyìí tó bá gbé wọn lè ṣe anything kó bá wù wọn ni. So pé sovereignty ni wa kò yẹ kí ambassador à ń tọ́ra wa. Ìsìn láṣẹ fẹ́ gba sovereignty yẹn. Ìsìn láṣẹ fẹ́ gbà. Ṣé ní gbogbo eléyìí wọn kà ń sọ nínú ìwé wèrè tá à ń kà. Ìwé yẹ pé ó wà nù problem wa. Ìwé tá à ń kà yìí ó wà nù problem wa bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́sìn. Ìwé yẹn ni kò ń jẹ́ ká lè rori pé sovereignty yẹn ó láṣẹ ń claim ń sìn. Báwọn èèyàn máa jáde. Wọ́n ti máa tán pé ká máa ṣe election lórí system tó wà lẹ́yìn. Ẹ̀rí pọ́nítàn sick. Ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ó yẹ kí wọ́n lọ wo ọpọlọ onítàn. Pẹ̀lú ìwé kẹ bá dẹ̀ wo àwọn èèyàn tó kàwé jù ló máa ń ṣe jù pẹ̀lú ìwé tí wọ́n kà pẹ̀lú exposure pẹ̀lú gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n lọ nílé ayé yìí. Ẹ̀rí sísítẹ́ẹ̀mù báyìí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní kí wọ́n sì máa build lé lórí. Èkó bí kò ṣe wà yẹn Èkó ò lè sọ pé anything riot lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn o kò ní bá nǹkan jẹ́ mbẹ̀ yẹn. Anything kò sí plan kankan. Wọ́n rọ̀nù ìlú náà bí ẹni pé kò kí ń ṣe ìlú bàbá wọn. Àwọn ọmọ àlè láníjọ ọmọ àlè. Àwọn yóòtù sí wọ́n yàtọ̀. Àwọn yóòtù sí wọ́n yàtọ̀. Nǹkan tínú mi fi ń dùn nìyẹn pé àwọn tiwájú àwọn ọmọ àlè ní tiwájú yẹn Ọlọ́run á fún wa lọ́wọ́n ọmọ ilé ìwé yẹn pé wọ́n rorí wọn. Ọlọ́run wọ́n rorí wọn. But it's a shame. Tàwọn ti Britain ẹ má lò surprise wa. Àwa ní ká continue ibi tá à ń lọ. Distraction ni tiẹ̀ yẹn. Distraction ni àwa ní sovereignty wa la ṣe ń gbà ń sìn. Àìtí ìgbà sovereignty wa ìgbòmìnira o. Bàbá ẹ ní kí Yorùbá kan kókò lọ sáàárín àwọn Caribbean. Ó wá sọ pé àdúdú need freedom. Àwọn Caribbean yà á sọ fún yín pé ẹ ní kankan. Which is true. Olóńṣọ yà á ní ìsìn la ṣe ń gba òmìnira.
Thank you so much. I'm going to just take, I think there was another caller Just quickly before we start winding down. Oh yeah, Crowley, any 2 minutes.
Hello?
Any 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Sorry.
Actually, èmi náà fẹ́ dá sètò ní o, bẹ́ẹ̀ tó kàn lè jẹ́ on a different way. Èmi fi máa dá sí tèmi. And suggestion mi ló jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nípa ẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, mi ò mọ̀ bóyá ó ní arrangement tí a lè ṣe lórí àwọn èèyàn tí ò tí níwèé. Torí in case bí kíní bá happen, àwọn èèyàn ready àti wálé. Ṣé ẹ understand me?
Mo ń gbọ́.
Hello, sir.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Hello?
Mo ń gbọ́ yín sẹ́.
Hello?
Látọ̀dọ̀ yín ni mo ń gbọ́ yín sẹ́. Ẹ náà tó níwèé kò yé mi nǹkan tẹ́ mean.
Hello?
Bí ẹ̀ ń connect mọ́ mọ́tò yín mo rí pé ẹ̀ ń drive ni so it's actually connected to his car. He can't hear me but I can hear him. Ẹ ní láti yọ kúrò ní and I know he's driving but àwọn tó níwèé okay báwo lọ ṣe máa wálé. I don't know about that. Go ahead. Any 2 minutes.
Hello?
Go ahead, ma.
Yes, my dear. I appreciate talking. God bless you. More strength.
Oh, yeah.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
I will see you outside. I will see you inside. God will strengthen you more.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen. Jesus. Amen. Amen. 22, 21, 22. The media is coming out on the town hall tomorrow. We'll be updating the house.
This month?
Yeah, this month.
This month?
Benima.
Yeah,
this month.
Around July, August.
Well, Toba win the game, Loma determined be Toba win, Loma make it, we Loma represent Africa in World Cup to Conifa. Ìyẹn dẹ̀ máa wá pọ̀ ní ó rà pé Italy kọ́ ló ti máa play yẹn so ìyẹn everybody can attend that because ìyẹn Europe ló wà so I expect more people to attend there so.
Ìyẹn tí mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ sọ pé èyí tí màá fi jókòó sílé for the day mi ní July why can't I go there? Ṣé
ti support wọn lórí link yẹn.
Kí ni?
Donation.
Donation mo lè ṣe donation through you ó mọ̀ mi ò ní time fún
màá send the link yẹn sí.
Má send the link.
Okay, tẹ́ bá send it màá send it sí wọn. All right, tẹ́ bá ti send it màá send it sí wọn. All right, yá mi ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń lọ lé ni.
I think it's any amount.
Yeah, any amount ni yeah.
Okay, all right. Just to know ṣé tí n bá fún ẹ ní 100 kò yọ 20 fún wọn kò fi 80 fi ra walking talking yẹn.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine, no problem. All right.
Màá send 100 sí my account.
All right then. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń lọ lé ni.
Èmi ti délé mo wà off lónìí. Mo wà ní látàárọ̀.
All right then. Okay. All right, ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Torí pé mo ń ṣe night kò jẹ́ kí n lè sùn.
Okay. All right then. Ẹ ṣe gan ni Yawa. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
All right then. Very hardworking woman, just like a lot of our mothers. Conifa, I'm not happy that we are not putting enough money in that funding. I think they have about 3,000. I'm sure we can just say that we're all trying our best. Money is a big part of the awareness program, a lot of things, and everybody is doing a lot. But I'm very positive that what we expect now is the 5 million, and then we can take the next stage. A big rally will come in Nigeria, but I won't go too much details. It's still being planned. Because Kondoma shut it down. I shot for me 1,000 quickly. About 1,000. We can do a lot. We have another caller coming through.
Hello, I can't Mr. Koiki. Ẹni tí ó sọ pé President Buhari tó gbọ́dọ̀ sì fẹ́ lò 6 months.
Ben Robert Clark.
Tabari fast back. Ṣẹlọ́rọ̀ tán ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mú síta ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti sọ sẹ́yìn kọjá. Whether Gumi àbí èèyàn kankan. Nígbà tí oríṣiríṣi riot ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n láti máa sọ fún wa, wọ́n láti jẹ́ ká máa mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti ń tẹnu mọ́. Tẹ́ bá rí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí Gumi yẹn ti sọ sẹ́yìn ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n ní tí Buhari bá lo tó bá lo ọdún mẹ́rin yẹn pé ó ní 2 years kan wà tí Nigerians tí wọ́n ho àwọn northerner ní pé àwọn á wá lo 2 years yẹn nígbà táwọn bá lo 2 years yẹn make it 6 years wọ́n á ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá sí election gbà yẹn làwọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa ṣe election àìjẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ò ní gbà. So 6 months yẹn wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀ tó wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tún gbà sẹ́yìn wọ́n tún ṣẹ̀ mú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bọ̀ díẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mú bọ̀ díẹ̀.
I'm sure by
so bí tó bá ti ń ṣerú ẹ̀ pé quota system náà ń lò ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ayé wọn wọ́n fi ń cheat àwọn Yorùbá so òpin ti dé bá wọn òpin dé bá wọn gbogbo nǹkan a ní wọ́n sọ níjọ́ náà wọ́n ẹni yẹn ó ń sọ báyìí ó tún fọwọ́ lùyà bí wẹ́dà gómi yẹn wípé tó bá pé 4 years àwọn á lò 2 years kan tí àwọn Nigerians ń jà wọn lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn àwọn aṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún election àìjẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìlú Nàìjíríà ò ní rọgbọ wọ́n ti sọ wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mú bọ̀ 6 months yẹn wọ́n máa fi kún ìjókòó ẹni tó jókòó odidi ọdún 8 tí ìlú bàjẹ́ tó parun ó tún wá lóun fẹ́ lọ oṣù 6 sí ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run kí ló ń dúró ṣe.
Kò tí ì parí iṣẹ́ náà ni wọ́n ní ká fún ní 6 wọ́n ní ká fún ní 6 months kó tó fi parí iṣẹ́ tó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀
tó máa fi kú. So àbọ̀ abá lọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ àbọ̀ abá ni Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run ilẹ̀ lérí yẹn Ọlọ́run á mú wa débẹ̀.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣé gan-an
gbogbo ọ̀nà lọ́lọ́run máa fi mú wa débẹ̀.
Inshallah.
Òfò náà máa mú lórúkọ Jésù.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an ni all right.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an
thank you so much. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí ẹ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn tó níwèé kò yé mi tẹ́ ń sọ go ahead motivation down.
nǹkan tó wà ní pé èmi àwa bíi 8 àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ò níwèé wọ́n dẹ̀ wà sympathize gan wọ́n fẹ́ ja ìjà yìí débi pé ibi tí mo wà mi ò fẹ́ dárúkọ ìlú yẹn àti ń wo àti ń kọ́ bọ́ ṣe ń gbé ọ̀pá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi níwèé ọlá Ọlọ́run ni mo jẹ mo fi ọmọ tèmi àti ọlá Ọlọ́run mo fi gbàwé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ò níwèé wọ́n dẹ̀ ní stress bí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tí anything bá ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí wọ́n fẹ́ wáyé irú help wo ni àwa Yorùbá tá a request fún tí international community tó máa lè fún àwọn yẹn ní emergency tó máa lè fi wá at least tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá wá tabajijọ finish ẹ̀ tán kì í ṣe immediately yẹn náà la máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Yorùbá nation bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní da ẹlòmíì fẹ́ padà sí ibi tó ti wá àbí. so irú kí ni emergency something yẹn irú kí ni àwọn international community máa ṣe fún wa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn nǹkan tí èmi fẹ́ mọ̀ nìyẹn tí mo fi.
ẹ ṣé gan-an ni all right.
èyí kí n béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lọ́wọ́.
ẹ ṣé gan-an ni all right thank you so much. That's a very how do I want to put it? Ó dàbẹ̀ tó wà nílùú ìtò níwèé tó bá náà fẹ́ padà lọ sílé kíákíá ló máa gbé lọ́lé ṣe tó bá níwèé láyé ìlúkíbi tó bá wà tó bá náà fẹ́ padà lọ sí ìlú ẹ̀. The only problem kan ni pé I've seen your message African Confidential. I'm just doing it the way I believe it's okay. The fundraising and all that. People that wants interest to buy us walkie-talkie, they will get in touch. We will buy it as we have the fund. I've already ordered another 6, which is on its way. And then by weekend, hopefully, either Saturday, I'll get all the ones that come in. I will tell us how many we have, and then we continue to raise the bar. Already some are also I think we've got one or two people that have sent money to Nigeria, which I'm gonna ask them to start purchasing the one in Nigeria as well. So um, it is voluntary. It's not a must. If anybody wants us to have it, we can buy it, and then we will be ready to ship them back home. Charity, color and so I don't want us to over stress on that. I'm sure there will be airline that will be ready to leave people that wants to go out of their country when they say they don't want. But when there's a crisis in Nigeria, I don't think they want to lift you to Nigeria because ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń bá lọ yìí airline gan lè má lè land o. I'm sure kò ti yá àwọn tí mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ so that we don't go too much details. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń fà takọ̀rọ̀ à ń fà kékeré yìí tó bá dé ojú kókó airline ò ní lè lọ sí Nàìjíríà o. So put that at the back of our mind. So that's all I can say. Ọlọ́run bá wà pẹ̀lú wa dúró tì wá. There's nothing we can do regarding the caller's point. Yeah, I mean, I wish, like I said, I know people were making their way back. If you look at the Ukraine, but also Ukraine, but there was still a route. So if crisis happen in Nigeria, your best option would to be arriving. Benin will be very busy. I'm already emphasizing a lot of things in my every time about you just be looking at those so many. Benin will be very busy should Nigeria go into crisis, because that will be the closest to us. But people are saying nothing is going to happen. But those that know that something will happen, they're looking at me and saying, something will happen. Ọlọ́run fún gbogbo wa ṣe. Èmi nìkan kọ́ ni ọmọ Yorùbá. But you don't need a lot of people to start something. You only need dedicated people, that's all. You don't need a lot of people. Yeah, Benin has a lot of shortcuts to get into Nigeria or Yoruba land. There's a lot of back routes. But we will continue. But I will be very important of land. And àwọn yẹn máa dá ti lọ through Benin ni. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ support àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń lọ fún football. Who are very, very important. I know we have all done a lot. We can still do more. Let us go and support them. The petition. Taba wo nisin, ó mà ti ń lọ fún 3 months. I don't know the numbers myself. And I don't wish to know the numbers. My own is just Taba ti announce kọ́kọ́ sọ fún mi pé a ti pé 5 million. That's all. Even Toba lé. That's all I want to know. I gave you Estonia Lalulano before we start going. 1.3 million. They can travel to so many countries apart from 20 countries where they will need visa. Nigeria can go to so many countries, but you can't go to countries you will need visa for 106 countries in the world. Mélòó ni àgbáyé fúnra rẹ̀? It's a pity that those of us that do not know. It's better we shut down the whole thing and then, let everybody go their separate ways. But the North doesn't want Nigeria to break. Yet they don't want to share the power. They don't want. Please send me the link to the petition. Princess T. Orekoya Iyawa. Baba mi Stephen, ẹ bá mi gbọ́wọ́lé messenger wọn kẹ́ bá wa send ẹ̀ sí wọn, ìyẹn Princess. Àwọn kan ì tí mọ petition yẹn, and it's something that we have to keep repeating every day. Òun ni mo wọ̀ yìí, Òmìnira Yorùbá 2022. Tẹ́ bá ti fi sínú Google search engine, ó máa gbé jáde. But sometimes people just want to get the link. And tó bá wà lórí status mi will always see that I put the link. I think I'm going to start putting the link on this other number as well, so that ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń wo status yẹn all the time, ẹ lè gbọ́wọ́lé agbé yín lọ sórí ẹ̀. I do that a lot on my phone. So every time man fi sórí status mi, because sometimes people ẹni tó bá ní nọ́mbà mi ẹ save àwọn nọ́mbà yẹn. Orí eléyìí tá fi ń gba studio náà màá make sure pé mò ń fi sórí ẹ̀. Good morning, boss. I'm in Ekiti right now. Mo trust yín. Ọlọ́run tó wọ́n fi ṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ yín. Bó ṣe ṣọ́ yín lọ ló máa ṣọ́ yín padà. Àwọn ọmọ wa ti dé Èkìtì. Àwọn ọmọ wa ń try gan tó wà nílé. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá. We respect you, we love you. Yeah, the caliphate want us to be perpetual slave. But ìyá wèrè. Battery létí lọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, join KOIKIMEDIA on Instagram. The battery is running low. Nígbà tí ẹ máa charge ẹ̀ gan sef. Ó kọ́ máa tán. Ó dẹ̀ ti sá lọ. Just leave it. Mo ti ń bá kọ́ọ̀fì sí orí charger máa dẹ̀ tán ni mo ti gbàgbé. Anyway, wá join KOIKIMEDIA. Anyway, àti parí ètò. So I'm just, ẹ má bínú, I can't take any more calls. I'm just winding down now. Ẹ kú gbáradì lọ́la Kenny. Àwọn tó lọ láti Ogun State nìyẹn. They drove from Ogun State to Ekiti. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lẹ́kìtì ẹ jáde lọ́la o. Ẹ ká shut down gbogbo court yẹn peacefully. Kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wá ṣe. Níbi tó dé nísìn, kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wá ṣe. Mo ṣeré. Ojoojúmọ́ làwọn gọ́vnà yìí ń debate lórí ọ̀rọ̀ wa pé kí ló fẹ́ ṣe fún wa. Àìtí wọlé tí wọn lára ni a ṣe bá wọn ṣe campaign and awareness. Ẹ lọ wo Sri Lanka. Ilẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ ní Sri Lanka. Wọ́n ti bà nǹkan jẹ́ gidi. Prime Minister wọn ti resign. Ẹ̀yin politician. Ẹ ní kí la fẹ́ ṣe. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó ń lọ sékìtì tó ń káàkiri yẹn. Ìgbòho ní gbogbo wọn bọ́ ṣe wà yẹn. Torí pé a ṣe ń sọ fún wọn pé ọmọlúàbí ni wá. That's why they are listening. But ẹ kọ fáwọn ní àwọn nǹkan kéékèèké tá a sọ pé a fẹ́. That's all. I need AK-47. But ẹ ṣàfihàn mi ní walkie-talkie. 1,000. Ẹ lọ sí Sri Lanka, kẹ́ lọ wo Sri Lanka. Prime Minister wọn ti resign. Tó ti pa senator. Àbí kí ló máa ń pè wọ́n lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn. Ṣé senator làwọn náà máa ń lò lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn yìí tẹ́ mọ̀ nípa politics Sri Lanka. Ó dà pọ́n náà pa bí abí méjì náà àwọn senator wọn. NSAS is a child's play. We're not taking calls anymore because the back call might take me away from my time. Ẹ má bínú ìtẹ́ fẹ́ pé mo kàn wind down nísìnyí. Ẹ ṣé gan bàbá mi Stephen. Ẹni tó bá ń béèrè fún petition ẹ bá wa máa lọ síbẹ̀ kẹ́ lọ bá wa máa fún wọn. Politician ṣe ń káàkiri ẹ̀yin ṣèkùn bẹ̀m̀bẹ̀m ikùn bẹ̀m̀bẹ̀m ibi ń paráàlú ẹ lọ ń gba 400 million 135,000 pounds ẹ̀yin ṣèkùn bẹ̀m̀bẹ̀m. Orúkọ yẹ pé wọ́n kì í àwọn tó ń ṣe iṣẹ́ fáwọn politician yẹn sọ pé nǹkan kan lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣọkàn wọn balẹ̀ pa pé irọ́ là ń pa lè ṣe nǹkan kan. Irọ́ náà là ń pa. Ọlọ́run tẹ̀ ń jẹ́ káwa ṣe nǹkan kan. But ojú tẹ fi ń wò mí. Ojú yẹn náà lè máa fi wò tí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa fi ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé mo sọ fún yín pé mo sọ fún yín 2 years ago. Buhari mẹ́wàá ò lè stop n tó ń bọ̀. Buhari mẹ́wàá kò lè stop n tó ń bọ̀. Buhari ni gbogbo yín bẹ̀rù ní Nàìjíríà. The military is so divided. I don't think you know that. Ẹ lọ sórí KOIKIMEDIA, ẹ lọ wo àwọn sójà tó ṣe pa ambush àwọn terrorists. Àwọn tó bá ń pa yẹn, àwọn Igbo àti ọmọ Yorùbá ló ń pa yẹn. Bí àwọn Hausa kọ̀ọ̀kan tó wà láàrin wọn. Ambush. I can't post it on Facebook, but mo lè post it. Ó wà lórí KOIKIMEDIA. Mo ti post ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. Ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ kẹ́ lọ wo. Èyí ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá ni o. Àwọn military ló máa ń send ẹ̀ sí mi. Ó lè máa ti jáde gan nínú Nigerian paper ìlú wèrè. Àìmọye tó ti padà àìmọye àwọn ìyàwó sójà tẹ̀pítì ẹ̀yìn. Àìmọye àwọn kọ́yìn tó ti padànù sínú igbó tó ti waste. Àwọn kọ́yìn wọ́n ti waste wọn dànù sínú igbó. Ambush. Ẹ lọ sórí KOIKIMEDIA kẹ́ lọ sí under blog. The website I've not done a lot on it, but we are working on it. And our apps will come out very soon. They're working on it. Àìmọye àwọn kọ́yìn tó ti padànù. Ẹlòmíì báyìí nísìnyí àná ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn ṣe sójà. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó ti padànù láti bí 2 years ago. Wọ́n á ní pé ó wà ní ó wà ní mission wọ́n dẹ̀ fi torí wọ́n fi fẹ́ sanwó fún yín because ẹni tí ó bá kú ó yẹ kó fún lówó so ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní family ní tó bá ti gbúrò family ẹ̀ in the last 6-7 months tó rí bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé tó gbóhùn ẹ̀ ó jẹ́ ìyá gbàgbé pé ó ti kú tí family ẹ̀ bá jẹ́ sójà ẹ̀gbọ́n yín ni àbúrò yín ni uncle yín ni family yín ni ọ̀rẹ́ yín ni because kò sí sójà tó gbọ́dọ̀ má gbúrò ẹ̀ in the last 7 months ẹni tó bá ti gbúrò in the last 7 months ó jẹ́ ìyá mọ̀ pé ó ti yá mútù. 4 pictures were sent to me by our contact. Very graphic picture. I can't post them on Facebook. I'm gonna shut it down. And our social media platform. Only few people. Emi can share our numbers. What is set up command center ní Sokoto lórí KOIKIMEDIA to monitor ẹ̀. Dáhùn pé ọmọ tá à ń bá wọn fà wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọ̀ ṣeré. Wọ́n dáhùn pé tí bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe mí nìkan ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹni tó bá yé ló yé bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé tèmi náà bá jáde tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí wọ́n mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe KOIKI nìkan ló ń sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo yín ni a jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ti yé gbogbo yín bẹ́ẹ̀. So the North are concerned, they are worried. Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa ní kí ló ń pè lẹ́kìtì láàárọ̀ ọ̀la. I saw a video of Nigerian military that was speaking French to civilian and the civilian was trying to make him speak English, but he seems not to be able to speak English. Maybe he's from Chad. Àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Anyway, èmi lọ fẹ́ gbẹ́ mi lélẹ̀. Ìtàbá ti gbọ́ lọ́la. Every day, message wà ní every day. But wọ́n lè kàn ká wa. Ìyẹn èmi sure. But we have to be smart. And we don't have to say everything out there. And it's ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́kọ̀ wá ń lé wa very vigilant, extremely vigilant. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká rí ogun àsúrépè. Ẹ rántí pé wọ́n súrépè wá nígbà táwọn chief lọ sékìtì on their way back ni wọ́n jó Ìgàngán. Gbogbo yín rántí nígbà yẹn. So they're planning something similar to that all over Yoruba land. But about you are vigilant, that's all. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ akọgun ọkùnrin dáadáa, ẹ dúró, ẹ wà vigilant. Ní government o, ní àwọn tẹ́kùn ní, they are all compromised. They work with the government. So I won't say more than that. Have a very good morning and bye for now. My name is Olayomi Koiki. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọn ní kó wa lẹ́rú, àdẹ̀ní ṣẹ́rú Fúlàní. Kàkàkà ṣẹ́rú Fúlàní ní stage táwa dé at 43 kàkà kémi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ṣẹ́rú Fúlàní àyà destroy gbogbo Nàìjíríà. A ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ó dàárọ̀.